Really bizarre story to tell you about. Steve Bannon, Trump's chief strategist and sort of propagandist in chief, is fat shaming outgoing press secretary Sean Spicer. Spicer's reportedly being considered for a different position at the White House, as I told you yesterday, which would take him out of his job as press secretary and giving those daily briefings to the White House press corps. And Spicer has been holding more and more of the press briefings without cameras in the room, and reportedly 2 days ago actually held one without cameras or audio recording in the room, which sort of defeats the purpose. No one at the White House has commented on this new format for the briefings, except for Steve Bannon. He was asked by a reporter at The Atlantic why Sean Spicer hasn't been allowing cameras into the room. Bannon texted back a response to The Atlantic saying merely, "Sean got fatter," suggesting that alleged increases to the weight of Sean Spicer have made him not want to be on camera. Bannon did not respond to a follow-up. That's all he said. He also didn't say Sean got fat. He said Sean got fatter. This is odd on a number of levels. It's odd because Steve Bannon isn't exactly a skinny guy, right? I mean, neither is Donald Trump. I'll remind you, if you're watching, Steve Bannon is sort of a portly fellow as well. And this isn't about responding to Bannon's fat shaming by fat shaming him, but just to sort of be aware of the hypocrisy. And Steve Bannon is also quite a bit bigger than Spicer. I mean, we've got a freeze frame of Sean Spicer to show our TV audience from a recent video. This is sort of like when Trump kept fat shaming Rosie O'Donnell. Doesn't really make sense. Maybe it was a joke. We don't know for sure. If Bannon was joking, maybe he'd follow up to make sure that the reporter knew it was a joke. But this is really, really odd. And Bannon seems to have touched on the sort of third rail of American politics, which is if there's one thing people in the U.S. can agree on, it is our right to be overweight.
Yeah, I mean, we can't all be as handsome and fit as Steve Bannon is.
No. What I thought of was, where are you in your head? Where are you emotionally where you think to send a message like that? Even if I thought this is something I want to communicate, I wouldn't send a message like that to a friend about someone we both dislike for fear that it could be screenshotted and published at some point. Never mind sending that text to a reporter about a colleague.
Is it possible, though, that Steve Bannon was just trolling here? Like, he didn't want to answer the question as to why cameras weren't allowed in the briefing room.
Right.
So he just wanted to kind of facetiously shrug it aside, not really answer it.
He could have just not answered it the way no one else at the Trump White House has. But he also might be practicing the expert act of distraction to appeal to us progressives to feel badly for Sean Spicer instead of the truth that Spicer is being pushed out because he's a train wreck. He made us want to think he's fat shaming Sean Spicer, and that's a really mean thing to do. It could be Steve Bannon being a total and utter genius. I don't know. I guess the jury's out on that.